Yep.
All right. So we're slamming my car. We're making it static as fuck until I get my lowering springs, because I'm curious. I'm going to a car meet tonight, and I want this thing to be as low as possible for as cheap as possible, which is going to be fucking zero, with the exception of tools. Golly, this was fucking wrong. We've already did this on the driver's side. There is no spring on it. All I've got is the coil itself with these spring compressors, which I will bring to the side because I will need them. And then everything else I got laying right here is all I need. How we're going to start this is removing these lines. There's a clip inside here. If I can pop it open, remove that. And then right inside here, might be easier to remove these first. Big learning moment. So what we're gonna do, we're actually gonna drop the hub here first. To do that, we'll take our 17, that up here on our sway bar link. Impact is highly recommended for this because half these have a free spinning nut inside of them. I'm gonna go turn the wheel.
Did you mean turn that right?
Yeah. I think. No, I did not mean to turn it.
I was about to say, you did it on the other side.
We learned it.
Yeah, we learned it. We learned it.
You did it right the first time, I bet.
Yeah. You turn right for the left side, you gotta turn left for the right side. Ain't that what Doc said?
That is what Doc said.
I should not be sitting on top of this.
There we go. Alright, so pull that out. It just slides right out of there. We're gonna put all of our nuts back to where they go before we go to the next task, so we don't lose them, we know where they go. Alright, our next step. We're going to remove these two nuts here. They are 18 millimeters, or 19, sorry. I may need to use a ratchet for this. Yes, we're gonna use a ratchet for that. Actually, happen to have it right here. Golly. That side's way tighter than the other side was.
I don't think you put this much effort into the other side at all.
Alright, 1 second.
Why do you have the GoPro screen timer on?
Well, when you're on a motorcycle filming.
Oh yeah, valid point.
This is a 19 as well, I don't even need to switch. W. Yeah, I'm using a torque wrench for this. Oh my god. Dude, that side is way tighter. But this side just works. Okay, we'll do this then. Shit. Turn that hoe. Alright. 19 millimeter. There's two of these, take both of them off. There we go. And then these bolts should just pop out. We're gonna use our trusty hammer here. Don't do this if you like your tools. Or your ABS line. And repeat. Pull both these out. As I said before, these are directional. This one is the top one, I remember because I stripped the shit out of it. The top one has this flare base. It's warm today.
This shirt.
Hey, we gotta represent. And as I said, we're removing these lines. It's easier to do this without the wheel of the hub assembly. Put a lot of tension on your lines here. It ain't gonna kill it for just a couple seconds to do that. So I'm gonna kind of push that back up there now that there's no bolts in there. I'm gonna use these needle nose pliers. There's 2 clips in there. Squeeze them, pull. And then while it's still up here, I'm going to switch to my 1/2 inch socket or 12mm. I can't find my 12, shocker. There is another bolt back here for the brake line. I'm gonna pull it out. Again, we're putting everything back where we found it, even though that one's upside down. There's really not much to it. Go up top now. Let me zip these off. Should have worn my glasses. Bro is blind. I got it. Grab that one, please.
Here we go.
Alright. And that is your coilover off in probably like a couple minutes. So the next step with this, to be as cheap as possible because your boy's broke, I need to go back to my 19mm here. That is the wrong one. There it is. And this is always the sketchy part. Yep. Don't worry, cameraman never dies. We're gonna try to do both sides evenly at the same time so it doesn't just launch out.
You know when you look at your back window?
Seriously.
Where's that your, I guess you can call that your back window.
Alright. These for me have these safety pins so they don't just launch off of the spring. I'm gonna transfer these over to my other passenger side coilover. Boy's over here sweating to death. Like I said, we're gonna do this, try to do this evenly. I'll get that socket off on the other side. Oh no, where's my other 19 at? Too big, really? Okay, well, shit, I'm getting it off now then.
Would have done it the other way. Yeah?
Yeah, there we go. Yeah, with this on the bottom?
Yeah.
So we learning. Kind of just figuring this shit out one step at a time. And repeat on this side. For me, I'm gonna make sure these pins are in place because I don't trust these things. I'm sure everybody's seen their fair share of videos. I'd like my socket, please.
So you say you're learning and then proceeds to do it again.
Dude, I am learning. What the hell?
With the little
Did I not have the little
Yeah,
ratchet?
you did have a little ratchet. Just hit it a couple times.
There we go.
That works.
This spring should honestly be compressed enough, but I'm compressing the shit out of it. Okay. And now, weirdly enough, everything on this car is a 19. So we get to go, actually that might be an 18. That one is an 18, I lied. Now this one here, and the reason you have to use an impact for this is due to there is, this inner area is also splined. You have to have a special tool from Subaru or Toyota for that. But if you just impact, it can't lock you out, so. It might have locked me out. There it goes.
There we go.
All right.
Finessing.
And now, just like that, you are down to a springless shock and strut. Or strut. Make sure I have everything here.
Oh, you don't need that. Do you need that?
I need this, yes. There's this rubber piece inside of it that will probably fall out if I don't pull it out myself. I don't want to lose that. I'll need that when I get my lowering springs.
Yeah.
And then we'll just do the process in reverse. Make sure you always hand thread that a little bit first before hammering it with an impact. This is dirty as shit. And just like that. Pretty positive that's tight, but it never hurts to be extra cautious. Yep, that's tight. Alright. I lost my socket again. Okay, buddy. I love these. There we go. Alright. And then, like I said, we'll do everything in reverse now. Thankfully, I put all my bolts where they needed to go, and I remember specifically this is the top bolt. And you can honestly check this. You'll notice it. It won't fit. I could be backwards. This could be the bottom. Nope. See, top bolt. It won't fit in the bottom on either side. That's how I know that. And like I said, I stripped a little bit off of it. This down here would actually be your camber, one of your camber bolts. You can buy an aftermarket bolt for that. Help you with your camber. So, I'm gonna go back to my 1/2" socket. Full tutorial mode. Up top here.
It's just a 6 flashback right now.
Dude, you're a legend. Alright. I'm stuck with stuff. Type Band-Aid brand. Okay. Just like
No
that.
free advertisements.
Things are heavier than they seem. Throw those on by hand first a little bit. Hammer away. And that stops you from cross-threading and destroying your strut bolts. You don't want to do that. I'm going to do my lines, my brake lines last this time, because I don't want them getting pinched while I'm trying to put them back. Ooh, ooh, ooh. We learned it. That was terrifying to see. Okay. So, smart thing for me here would be to do this first, because I don't have to worry about fighting the steering. If I do my sway bar linkage first. And that, I believe, is a 17. So I'll switch on 17 now that I've hand tightened it a little bit. That is torque to 4 Ugga Duggas. We don't torque things around here. This does go behind that. Yeah. Ooh, it is hot. Okay.
GoPro's on fire right now.
And then, like I said, there it is.
Stepping on it.
Top one. Wiggle, wiggle. You gotta get that thing in there. And tighten. Top and bottom. Gotta make sure we get both of these back in there. Definitely don't want to forget any tools or bolts. To be fair, if you put it back together with less bolts than what it came with, it just proves it's over-engineered. It's not how that works. Don't do that. Math. Is that how I do things? Probably. And then that's 18. Wrong one. Or was it a 19? I think those are 19s, right? Yeah. 19. And like I said, a few Ugga Duggas. Torch back. And then we'll put our brake lines back. This one down here is a 12mm or 1/2 inch. So I'm using a 1/2 inch because, like I said, I lost my 12mm.
Let me get an angle on that shit back there.
It's hard to get anything on that back there. Alright, so there's that.
Oh, the GoPro mic loved that shit.
I put my ABS on the wrong side. Okay, I'm undoing that. I am not a professional. Yeah, really.
Oh, did you?
ABS line goes.
Yeah.
Right there. It was in the right spot. I just moved it earlier because I didn't trust it. I thought it was in the wrong spot, and it wasn't. That's why you follow where you put things when you do it, not after. Alright. Then I'm going to do this up here first. It just pops in. And because I undid these clips on the back there, they aren't broken, it pops back in. Everything is tight. We're going to double check everything back here. Not that doing it by hand is going to hurt anything. For me, I'm not too worried about torque specs because it's only going to be a weekend thing. If that, it might just be today. And then I have a lowering spring coming in just a couple days. And then we'll put the wheel on the front, drop it, and I got to figure out the rear.
Video.
For now, I gotta do the rear shocks.
For now. Until the rear shocks. Jesus Christ. Oh, she's static. You can feel it, bro. Oh my god. No rubbing?
I don't feel it.
Oh, that's crazy.
You can feel it.
Yeah, I feel it.
It's facing straight down. They said face down, ass up, baby.
Oh, it's bouncing so much too. We got a big titty. Kids.
They don't even know.
They don't know what we just did.
I feel it.
Oh my God.
Boom, 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 boom.
Dude, holy shit. Hey, where's the back one? Oh, the truck is cool.
Yeah.
I'm not going to send anybody. I'm going to go and check out. You know? And I'm going to be like, wait a minute. I would have done it all myself, and I would have cleaned the coil myself.
Actual warrant says.
Perfect angle to have the GoPro. Bro, the chameleon paint goes hard though in any car. That's what my
That's my phone case.
It's this fucking shitty ass BRZ, dude. Oh my
Suck my
god.
nuts.
Fucking dog shit.
It is though. It's so beat up. The other things. Mustang things.